The strength card will also come up with any health issue, but it's pretty much productive. This one is tricky because, as I was saying to Jackie earlier, watch your language, and we're Anglo-European people. We're pulling on an Anglo-Saxon language that has some Celtic elements, some Latin elements, and some French and German elements. Just remember that it's really important. So this card will come up for a place that's hidden, or a person that's hidden or in hiding. Because the word occult means hidden.
Mm.
It doesn't mean anything sort of mystical or woo-woo, it just means hidden. But what's fascinating, there is a myriad of symbolism associated with the High Priestess card, even the title, that will beguile and fool you into thinking you have to understand that. But this particular card, when you pull it out and look at it in your own deck, you will see what's behind the curtain. And what's behind the curtain makes it really simple. Now, do you want me to tell you, or are you going to wait and look it up? If you look behind the curtain, all you're going to see is the beach. This very ornate person sitting in front of a curtain of pomegranates with the pillars of Boaz and Joachim on the left and the right of them, with the scroll of the Torah or the law on their lap and the moon under their feet, and this double-horned crown on their head, is almost deceptive in its blah blah. And the idea of the word priest, like the idea of the word priestess, is a very Christianized word. These words do not occur in animist or indigenous societies. Please be aware of that. And the idea of a high priestess is somebody better than everybody else, or in a more elevated position. And in tarot, it's most important that you level everything out and remember that everybody sits down to shit. Okay, because I used to be called this, and I walked away from that. It also means that people are forever going to try and be you instead of being themselves. It's like a person in some kind of a position of authority. It's just, this is not the way this works. We're a circle. There's no beginning, no end, and no one's in charge. I will absolutely make that emphatic. And I have had a situation, funnily enough, when somebody has asked where they're going to move to, and that was Maroubra, and I said 2 streets back from the beach, because you can't quite see it from where you are. And that's exactly where they moved. The 5th story of a block of flats, and they could see the ocean in Maroubra Beach from the top of the flat, but they were way back from it. And so when you look at this card, everybody tries to give me the explanation of what's in front of the curtain, which is hollow, Captain Obvious. But when it's behind the curtain, it's freedom, you see. And it's freedom from orthodoxy. It's freedom from all these ideas of lesser than and better than. So it's very much a card of freedom and the mystery of freedom. What does that actually represent when we all have birth certificates and therefore the crown owns us? Do we know what freedom is? Do we even want it? Have we any idea what it is? No. And so therefore in itself, freedom becomes a mystery. It's all bound up with this. And I'll have client after client, when this turns up on the table, thinking that I'm going to praise them for being mystically aware, and I'm not.